Hello and welcome to part 9 of this chess bot battle series where I play computer chess opponents on chess.com, and I worked my way up through the beginner and intermediate section, and this will be the first player or computer opponent in the advanced section. And so I'm playing Antonio, and I'll do a 15-minute game with 10-second increment. That way I can explain what I'm doing and help you understand the moves as I play. All right, let's begin here. All right, so we have black. He plays e4. I guess I'll try this hippopotamus defense because it saves time in the opening. So in that hippopotamus defense, you fianchetto both of your bishops. Now, this is supposed to be a difficult move to play against the hippopotamus defense when they play f4. So we see white is taking control of the center here. So I'll move my knight up to help fight for these central squares here, and this f5 square and d5. And now I will fianchetto the other bishop. So the hippopotamus defense is basically fianchettoing both bishops like we did here. Then you push these pawns forward and put your knights in behind them. And also here he's moved a piece twice in the opening. So this will be a wasted move. Now I can chase this knight away, and it gives me time to just develop another piece here. Now he's done that with the queen, so we'll chase the queen away, and then we can probably go ahead and castle here. So we'll do that. And he's left his king in the center, so maybe we can try and break open this center a little bit. What would be the best way to do that? Well, all right, so this is the hippopotamus defense setup. You have all these pawns here on the third rank, kind of making a wall to keep the enemy's pieces away. The knights are not on their best squares, which would be c6 and f6, but here they do help with this defensive setup. And if I would push this b or g pawn, the knight could jump in there behind it. So maybe that would be a possibility. Well, I guess I will begin with just pushing forward with this c pawn and see what happens here. So we'll go ahead and do that. All right. Well, since we pushed this forward, I'm going to go ahead and put the rook there. And usually the rooks are well placed on a file that's open, half open, or where you've pushed a pawn forward. So now do I capture towards the center here? Or do I capture with the knight attacking the queen? That is a possibility. All right. Well, if I capture with a pawn towards the center, that will help control this d5 square. Although pawn to b4 could be played attacking me. And I would have an isolated weak pawn here on a6. So maybe jump the knight up and attack the queen. I think I will start with that. So we'll go ahead and just attack the queen. So of course the queen moves here. Now how could we follow up? Well, we could push this pawn forward, perhaps. All right, so we'll go ahead and do that. We'll push this pawn forward. Okay, now it leaves a gap here for this knight to attack the queen again. So, maybe we'll go ahead and do that. So let's just attack the queen again. So now our knights have moved up the board into a little better positions, but this knight could be chased away here. All right. Now, do I move up here? Which is a possibility. All right, so maybe I will move this pawn up to help. I'll do that. Move this pawn up. Okay, so now I'm under attack. If I move forward here, maybe I will try that. I'll attack the queen. All right, now I can attack this knight. And, very interesting. Well, now I can just go ahead and take this pawn. That's probably the best move here. Let's see, unless there is some kind of a trick that I'm missing. All right, now it appears that we can just snatch up this pawn. So I'll go ahead and do that. All right, so now he's captured here, but this will allow us to recapture and fortify this pawn. So we'll go ahead and do that. All right, now we are under attack. So, what to do next? Well, if we attack the queen, does that accomplish anything here? The queen can just move out of the way, and our rook will be left under attack, and this pawn will be weak here. So we have to move this rook. But where would be best here? Well, I think we'll move here. And that way, if we're attacked by this rook, we can reposition to here. All right. Well, now we have a threat here. So this is a battery created by the queen and bishop with a threat of bishop to b6, pinning my rook to the queen. So I'm going to move over and attack there. And now, what would be best here? What would be best? Well, maybe I could line up here and threaten a check on the king while it's stuck in the center. All right, now he's attacking my other rook. So guess I will move. But where? I'll try that and see what they do. See what they do. Okay, so now I can attack this bishop here. All right, so we'll go ahead and knock that out. Normally, I would not want to give up that bishop. But now, especially if we're trading the queens off, okay, well, Guess I will go here to block this pawn. All right, then I'll do that to stop any movement here. And now I could possibly just try and pile up on this. Let's see. All right, I'll go here. Maybe I can go after this pawn. All right. And let's go here. All right, so if he's trying to trade off, what would be the best move here? Okay, let's look at the position overall. So we have 7 pawns to his 6. So we're ahead, and it would be all right for us to trade down material and use our extra pawn. So let's take a look at that. Now, the one issue, though, is that we have a light squared bishop and all his pawns are on dark squares. And then he has this light squared bishop attacking. We're able to attack all our pawns on these dark squares here. Okay. Well, let's just double up here. And then move our king towards the center here. All right, so we're moving our king. Okay, so finally he captures there. And now we could push this pawn forward and get rid of his pawn here. Let's see. All right, I think we'll just do that. We'll attack that. Oh, okay, he made a little mistake there. Now we can pick off this pawn. All right. What would be best now? Well, we could just possibly remaneuver here. But this pawn would be a problem. So anytime your opponent has a passed pawn, you definitely want to keep a close eye on this passed pawn and figure out how to knock that out of there. All right. Well, if we move over, okay, we don't want to give up this file here. So what would be the best course of action here? Well, we need to find a way to activate this bishop here. All right. So do we swing over here and threaten to check? And then we could pick off a pawn. Yeah, maybe we'll try that. We'll try and just swing over here and check. All right, he doesn't want to allow that. Okay. Well, now if we move this, we could have an issue. All right, so this is a little tricky now because his bishop is able to attack all my pawns, and my bishop cannot do anything but play defense. So that is a negative on my part. But we are ahead in material, so 6 pawns to 4. So now we just have to figure out the best way to make use of our extra material. And we need to figure out how to swap out this position here. Maybe get our king over to here to be able to attack this pawn. All right, I think we'll just, well, the king could try and come in here, so we don't want to allow that either. We don't want the king to be able to come down into our position here. All right, we need to activate our rook here. So let's swing back to here. Okay, so this bishop prevents anything from happening. We've got ourselves in a little bind here. A little bind. All right. Well, I guess we'll just move forward here, try and create some more room. All right. Now, do we capture with the rook or the pawn? I would say with the pawn. We try and move that pawn up the board. All right, and now our king can try and move over here and capture. All right, let's do that. Let's move over. All right, well, that really didn't do too much. And we could push forward here. So maybe we could try that. Push this pawn forward. But then he could just go here. We push forward. All right, let's try that. Oh, okay, that'll work. All right. Well, now we could just protect that pawn. I think we'll try that. We'll try to just protect that pawn up there. All right, we'll go ahead and do that. We'll protect the pawn. Okay, then we can capture this one. And we'll go here to prevent the king from capturing there. All right. And we could swing our rook way back here. Let's see. Well, we might as well just move our king up, try and attack him. Or we could just swing here, threaten to attack. Let's try that. We'll put our bishop up here and just threaten to attack his rook. All right, so we'll try that. Now we can promote, forcing him to give up his rook. All right, and what is best to capture with here? How about the bishop? Because then we can push forward here. And now, well, we might as well just keep going and promote. All right, so now we have a winning position here. And also we can just trap the king here. So now the king can just move back and forth, although he will try and push this probably. But we'll promote our queen, and then we should be able to mate him right here. So we'll go ahead and do that. All right, so that game was a little bit tougher with the 1500 bot. So we will just, we'll do a game review. Let's see. So game review and see what we missed, what we could have done better. So the bot did a 77.5% accuracy rate, and we did 85.3. Let's see. No brilliant or great moves, but sudden, great win. You saw your chance and took it. All right. So here we see that because I was not fighting for the center immediately, I was fianchettoing my bishop. White did the right thing and just tried to control the center. But one thing you have to watch out for when you bring all these pawns out, you have to start developing some pieces too to back up these pawns. And so this pawn is under attack here. See what he did next. So, all right, and then another issue, something White could have done better was develop all his pieces first, get them off the back rank where they have more mobility, they'll be stronger, have more control in the center. But he started moving pieces twice in the opening before his king was even safe. So that's something you want to avoid. Here it just says b3 was better, which would allow the bishop to come in here and fight my bishop for control of this diagonal. But instead, White just moved a piece again. So then I was able to chase that away. Then he moved this piece again, and we chase it away. So my pieces are developed a lot faster. I have my king safe and castled. I have all 4 of my minor pieces developed, and he only has 2 developed, and his queen, of course. So in chess, it's kind of like a race to get your army into the battle faster than your opponent. So let's say you're playing a sports game, you know, any game. You're not going to send half of your team into the game against a full team. So that's what this is like, where you're sending White is sending half of his team in to fight or play in the game, and we are trying to send our entire team in, and we would have an advantage. All right, so now I start attacking the queen a little bit. All right. And then here, this is a mistake. Bishop to e3 would have been better. So instead the bishop moves here, attacking my rook. So I just retreat. And it looks like at this point I was just ahead in material. The problem was my bishop is really passive. It's a bad bishop, blocked in by my pawns that are on the same color squares. So that's something you usually want to avoid because it greatly reduces the mobility of your bishop. All right, so now it says rook to h3 would have been the best move. So that's interesting. Why would that be the best move? That is a good question. Why would you want to put your rook on h3? This develops a rook off its starting square, getting it into the action. That's really, I don't know, that's a computer move for you. Rook to h3. Why would you even do that? You know, maybe you push this pawn forward and you're attacking this. But, you know, it looks like that would help protect this pawn. But I don't know. You would think that, you know, would it be better to just move here and protect the pawn from behind? All right. Anyway, I moved here and it says rook to d2 would have been better. Okay. That makes sense. It's usually a good idea to put your rooks on the 7th row, the 7th rank, because then that greatly limits the scope of black's king. It's trapped on the back rank, but usually there's pawns on the 7th rank, so when you put a rook up there, it'll attack a lot of pawns, although in this game all the pawns have been moved forward. All right, let's see here. So now rook takes d4 would have been a better move, but instead he develops the bishop, which is a mistake. All right. And I did not capitalize on that mistake. I should have captured. But then if he captured, well, I see then we would trade off. But I don't know. Maybe it would have been better here to trade off rooks. I could move my bishop up to here and swing it over to here and get my king over here to attack this pawn. So after some exchanges, I try to move my king up to keep his king away and to protect my rook. All right. But at this point, now I'm ahead, and this pawn is so far up the board. All right, anyway, it looks like I played, 1800, and they played 1550, so a little bit better than their 1500 rating. For the opening, their opening accuracy 74.8, I had 87.2. 76 in the middle game. I had 75. So they outplayed me a little bit in the middle game. And then the end game, 83. And, well, I did okay in the end game. And that's, you know, what helped me. All right. Well, that's all I'll do for today. This game went on a little bit longer as these bots are becoming more difficult now that I have moved up to this advanced section. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Feel free to leave comments or suggestions. And thank you, everybody, and have a great day.